I was gonna handle this topic like really nicely and sensitively, but then I realized I only have a half hour before I have to go to work, so here goes nothing. Hey y'all, it's me Alex, and today I am back with an It's Complicated video. I started this series last year to talk about topics on YouTube and makeup that I feel are a little bit more complicated than a lot of people make them out to be. With all the drama channels and then people who don't want to get involved in drama and the people like me who are kind of in between, I think we need a little series like this where we can talk about this stuff. So today's topic is lime crime. I've been wanting to do a video on them for a while, but I was kind of waiting since Jay Kissa had done her video on lime crime and meeting with the CEO. I wanted to wait until she did the follow-up that she had said that she would, but I'll get to that later in this video. So basically, in the last few years, lime crime has kind of been working on redeeming itself as a brand, which I'm really happy about because out of all of the brands of makeup that I've ever wanted to buy from, but I've ever also had my whole social justice warrior-ness question by the amount of makeup that I want to buy from them, lime crime is definitely it. That Venus 2 palette, the Venus 3, their birthday palette, literally every liquid lipstick they've ever made, the Venus XL2 palette even. My heart though. In that vein, since I really want to buy makeup from them, I want them to get better, but I still have my qualms, and that's what this video is going to be about. So for those of you who don't know the history behind lime crime, I'm going to leave like an article down below that is going to give like a better timeline. The founder and the CEO, Doe Deer, had, when she was, I think she was like 21, she had worn like a Hitler costume for Halloween, and I'm 22 and I would not think to do that, but okay. When Temptalia did not give her a good review, she kind of doxed her a little bit and gave out her private email address. Lime crime has also gotten into trouble with cultural appropriation with their China doll palette and things of that nature. I know that there's other things in there, but that is the one that kind of sticks out the most for me. They also had their 2014 security breach where a bunch of people's credit card information was stolen. For that one, there was an apology, which I think is a start. Now, during 2016 and 2017, Doe Deer kind of took a significant step back from the brand, which allowed it to become more prominent in stores such as ASOS and Riley Rose. And in 2018, lime crime expanded into Ulta as well, now that their brand kind of seem to be stepping away from all of the controversy. As of June 19th, 2018, lime crime was acquired by 10 Gram Capital Partners. Doe Deer stepped down from the position of CEO and was replaced by Stacey Pangakis, former general manager of Fresh. Doe Deer is still on the board of directors, but is mostly in there for like some creative input, and she does still get like a cut of the money from the company. So this last fall, winter, it was like in November or December, Jay Kissa and Atlee had gone to meet with the CEO and see kind of the changes and ask some questions about the changes that were being made in lime crime, because they're both people who have supported lime crime in the past but didn't want to anymore after various dramas and such with the brand. But now, since the brand seemed like it was making a change, they wanted to like investigate, see what's like for real. So I have watched Jay Kissa's original video and I was really excited about it because, like I said, I just want to buy from them, but with the social justice warrior image that I have created for myself on the YouTubes, I am not sure that I could. So I was interested to kind of see how that happened, but in the original video, the answers the brand representative gave, they weren't inherently bad, but they seemed very canned. So Jay Kissa had mentioned either like in the video or like the description to let her know of more questions that you have for lime crime, so that way she could go back and get more answers and kind of go a little bit more in depth and make sure that we as viewers, as subscribers, were able to get the information that we wanted to know and would hopefully help us, you know, feel maybe like make a bit more of a decision on our support of lime crime. Then Jay Kissa and Atlee reported in a later video, which was, I believe, Jay Kissa's like Christmas Q&A video that she was doing like while wrapping presents, that they were trying to reach out to the brand further, but it seemed as though the representative still didn't really want to give them a full answer on the types of questions that their subscribers wanted to know. That's kind of what makes me a little bit more uncomfortable, because when I think about what I would want from any brand, even including brands like Kat Von D and Jeffree Star that I do not support now and would feel really uncomfortable supporting with the way things are, to me, I want apology plus action. And some brands like Jeffree Star have done the apology part but don't seem to do the action part, whereas Lime Crime seems to have done largely the action part in stepping away from all the drama and not really having a lot of controversy over the last few years. But aside from the credit card scandal, there really wasn't any sort of written apology or verbal apology. So that's kind of what makes me uncomfortable, because while I think they've definitely done like the better part of the apology plus action in taking that action, I really would still feel a lot more comfortable if there was some sort of verbal recognition of, yeah, we had a shady past, the former owner had done things that we're really not proud of and definitely don't want to associate ourselves with any further. We want to grow. We want to do this whole thing like in a compassionate way. To me, I think that that is something that would really actually help the brand, is if they ever came out with something and said like, our past was really not good. Our starts to the brand, while we might have made great products, we did not act in such a way that deemed us as that wasn't very good. Now, as we are growing and maturing, we would like to step away from our past. We understand that, you know, not everybody's gonna forgive us, but we don't ever want to be like that ever again. That is kind of what would take it an extra step for me and make me feel the most comfortable about buying from that brand again. I also definitely should have started this video by saying that, like, I'm not hating on anybody who buys from Lime Crime. I have so many friends who buy from Lime Crime and I'm like, no judgment there. You buy whatever the heck you want. I just wrestle with like my own stuff here, so that's on me. You do you. We all like make our own decisions as adults who buy makeup, or even as teenagers or kids who buy makeup, but like, I've checked my demographics, we're all adults here. That's kind of what I'm wrestling with, because the other thing too is that I don't think it would alienate anybody who already buys from Lime Crime if they issued an explicit apology for behaviors that went beyond the credit card scandal. In fact, I think that would help the brand even further, because I think it would just expand their base and expand them to new customers who, like me, wouldn't be comfortable buying from them unless, you know, we knew their explicit stance on things, because I don't buy from brands that aren't explicit about the way their companies are run. So it's kind of like, I have more respect for brands that explicitly state, yeah, we sell in China and are not cruelty-free, than brands who refuse to answer people's questions about if they sell in China or if they have any third-party testing or anything of that nature, and always remain on the gray area lists of cruelty-free lists because they never quite answer the question. That to me is kind of where I'm at with Lime Crime, is that I really do want it to be better. I want everything to be okay. I just want to know in my heart of hearts that like things have changed in the way that I have seen the brand change and in the way that their actions have changed. I just want to know that all of that change isn't just happening so that they can sell, but it's because, you know what, we're human beings who have messed up in the past, and sometimes we've messed up really bad, but even then, to get all seminary, theological, whatever, we're still all worthy of redemption and like a second chance and trying to make things better. If we're trying to make things better, we just need to say that we are. That's how I feel about it. You might feel differently. That's what these videos are all about, and I would love for you to tell me in the comments, because I make these videos so that we can have constructive discussions and talk about our uncomfiness and our complicatedness as people who are consumers and human beings. So that's what I want to do. As always, be nice to each other in the comments. If you are hurtful to or hateful towards anyone in the comments, you will be deleted. I'm not here for that, and you know, my little community of subscribers, none of us are here for that. And also, since some of these topics do delve into things such as cultural appropriation and doxing and the Hitler costume, I'm willing to educate and give people articles about that sort of thing, but I don't want to make this into a discussion as to whether like cultural appropriation is like a real thing or not, because I, as a white person, like my culture has never been appropriated. So I'm not the authority on that, so I'll share some articles in the description box on stuff like that, but that's also not something I'm really willing to debate in the comments. You can feel free to like debate that on your own time, but to me that is not what this discussion is about. If any of the like complaints about Lime Crime's history of doing some pretty shady and hurtful things are valid or not. This is more of a discussion about like, how do we get back from this? So I hope that makes sense. So be nice, and I love y'all, and I really love that I have this community where we can talk about these sorts of things. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me. And I will see you on my next one. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.